the son of Paragus, don't you die over arrogance, cause once my temper's flaring, this battle could get embarrassing. Hercules in the chariot, get me steamed and I'm burying anything that's causing grief to any being that I'm cherishing. Daring them come stop us, I swear I could one-shot you. I'll punch you like Umbach, but I'm more than a done monster. I'll stop you, so easy, you'll need more to defeat me. Either Goku and Vegeta need Gogeta to beat me. For Sheezy, you can't see me, move sharper than the ceiling fan. No, my moves is sharper than the disc that's leaving Krillin's hand. Kakarot and Little Man, that was just the middleman. Frieza ain't safe either, on God, I'm ready to kill a man. Power was my curse, cause since my birth I could hurt, and this anger makes me berserk, and once that happens, shit is worse. An unquenchable thirst to murk these little jerks, so all I really ask is don't push me first.
Hi, this will be a movie you can say, because it's going to be an hour, so you might want to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And so, this was going to be, you could say, an inspired vid from Naruto Legacy. You can search that up on YouTube, and it's very inspiring, but it will be my own story to it. And it's different. It's Madara's legacy. And so, let's get into it. Anyways, Minato's father will be Madara Uchiha in this one. And Madara will survive his fight with Hashirama. And then this beautiful blonde-haired female that's 75 Uzumaki, 25% Namikaze. She's not a ninja. She saw Madara, ran right to him like a day after. She picked him up and then she saved him. And she says, if I haven't saved you earlier, you might have died. And then Madara says, thank you. And she says, looks like you got a blow to the heart. And she says, how did that happen? People don't usually get blows to the heart. And Madara says, just a battle. She says, it looks like a battle that didn't go your way, and chuckled. And Madara like, how dare you speak to the great Madara Uchiha like that? And she says, never heard of it. And Madara just gets shocked. And then he says, how? And she says, it doesn't look like you're in the quite situation to do that. And so, her and Madara bond and then a year later, they get married and have a child named Minato Namikaze. And so, when his wife had died, Madara goes back to his late ninja life, you could say, and sending Minato as a 3-year-old child to the Leaf. And Minato knows that Madara is his father. And so, he'll grow up in the Leaf, becoming a seal master. Minato actually being the top 5 sealer in the whole country. I mean, not the whole country, the whole world. And so, he has the Magenkyo, but he never uses it because he doesn't want people asking about his father, because he's afraid that people will treat him different, and he still does want to become a Hokage, and only Kushina knows this. Nobody else. He doesn't trust anybody else with this information. Even his master. And so, everything goes the same with the QB attack, and Minato's chakra gets depleted from 2 Biju bombs now. And so, Naruto gets the bad half of the 9-tails. And so, he lives with people hating him more. And he has blonde hair still and stuff. And so, he just has a bad lifestyle. And so he gets attacked in a big riot, and then by like Chunin, one Jonin, and some villagers. And so he awakens his Sharingan and just takes them all out easily. And so then a time skip to when he's 8, Hinata is getting attacked by the hidden cloud ninja. And so then Naruto sees this and attacks him. And he's seeing Naruto has the Sharingan from Naruto's eyes blazing with the Sharingan. He's trying to take this kid now to the right Kage. And then Naruto actually kills him. And Hiyashi is more, you could say, mad in this one. Says, actually kicks Hinata out of the clan, saying that she is too weak. And he says, "You are not fit to be a Hyuga, so you shall no longer be a Hyuga." And so he kicks her out, gave her the caged bird seal. So Naruto sees Hinata walking on the street and says, "Hinata, what are you doing?" And so then she says, "My father had kicked me out of the clan, Naruto-kun." And Naruto says, "How dare he?" And then he takes Hinata and asking Lord Third, and they sign the paperwork. And so then Naruto also does some more jobs to make sure that him and Hinata still have money and survive. And she also does some working around the village. Since he's not hated, she can do kind of more than Naruto, but Naruto does D rank missions for her. Like Hiruzen, and he asks Hiruzen, "Can he do him?" And Hiruzen says, "Gladly, Naruto." And so he just does tons of D rank missions, getting as much pay as a ninja would, actually, from his missions, which is good. Good for him and Hinata. And so, when he turns 9, he had awakened his 3 Tomoe from hard training. And so, he gets a vision from his father. And his father had the Sharingan ability that he didn't know about that could make him be in his sons or grandsons or great-great-grandsons, you could say, vision, you could say, like, they know everything. And so Minato tells him everything, because it's Minato's soul and Naruto's eyes. And so he tells Naruto everything about his grandfather, about him, and he says everything. And he tells Naruto's bloodline, and he tells Naruto to go to the Namikaze clan house, and all the schools are there for Naruto, and everything Minato ever had learned. And so he trains with Hinata a lot now, and actually Hinata is a level 2 master now, and when Naruto's a level 5 master, and Minato was a level 100 master, which is a high master, top 5. And so Naruto teaches her about like ninjas and stuff, and so she actually likes making poison needles, like kind of like a psychopath. But yeah, and so she also adds lightning to the gentle fist. And at age 7, Naruto has level 7 having gravity seals, and Hinata's level 6. And so Naruto having 20 seals around his whole body, gravity seals. It's one of the hardest weights that a human being could ever do. And if you have enough seals, it's going to be really hard. It's like you could say it's like the gravity chamber from Dragon Ball, but worse. It makes it like a multiplier of gravity. So for the average human there, I'm gonna say it's like 1 time gravity there or something. But for Naruto, it feels like 50 times gravity, which is very harsh for Naruto. And Naruto is just getting used to it, and when he gets used to them, a lot, he adds like another seal, which is very good for Naruto. And so he not only has two, but that is a lot of progress for her. Like if she only has two, her taijutsu increase more. And I'm gonna tell you Naruto's bloodline. He is 25% Uchiha, but this thing that I read from the Wattpad story, there's full-blooded Uchiha and half-blooded. Let me explain. So when Indra wanted to republic his clan to kill Ashura, he wanted to make the Uchiha clan big again. And so he actually had two parts of the clan, but didn't tell anybody. So he made a replica of himself, but a girl, which is kind of weird, but go with the mix. And so he puts in like a tank, and then when she has matured, he conceived children, tons on tons, 10 to 20, yet like 20 of them. And he also had another wife, but wasn't an Uchiha. And so that's what happens. So there's half-bloodeds and full-bloodeds, and they just don't know about the mix or anything anymore. And so Naruto is a full-blooded Uchiha, and Sasuke is a half-blooded. And I will tell you this, it's a little spoiler, but full bloods get the traits in the heat of battle. Your Sharingan gets awakened. Half bloods is you have to have a death in the family, and when it's a full blooded, you get the eternal Mangekyou right away and gets 4 abilities. But if you're half blooded, you have to get your brother's Sharingan to get eternal. And this time Madara was power hungry, so he just wanted more power. And so when his brother died, he just put his brother's eye in his eye. So which is kind of weird, but he just wanted more power. So Madara had like way more power than anybody. But let's get back into it. So now it's Naruto's 10 years old, and he's dating Hinata now, and they sleep together, nothing else. And so now you could say he's learned a lot, and he has awakened his Sharingan to 3 Tomoe by training with Minato in his Mindscape. And Minato uses his Mangekyou and his Fine Rajins, and it's hard for Naruto to keep up, but he's getting better and better. And so Naruto just goes to school, and it's about Sasuke and bragging about how he's an Uchiha elite. And Naruto actually talks to Minato about the Nine Tails, and Minato says the Nine Tails is actually a good person. And so Minato and Naruto go to the Kurama's Mindscape, and they talk to him. And Naruto is actually getting a better friendship with Kurama, not expecting this. And so they actually get befriended, but he can't use KCM. He can't. He has to beat Kurama. Kurama says, you have to be worthy of my full power. And so Naruto can only do 2 tails at this moment, but it really is a lot. But Naruto is also learning gates from Minato. Minato said that he had gates but never wanted to show anybody, and he had up to 5th gate. And so Naruto is learning like more gates and stuff. So he gets to the 3rd gate at the end of the academy, and his gravity seals are 50 of them. like 50 gravity seals, man. And so at the graduation, Naruto and Hinata ace it, getting Rookie of the Year. Hinata gets Kunoichi of the Year, and Naruto gets Rookie of the Year. But the lady that writes these makes Naruto dead last and says that he's a knucklehead ninja, which is kind of dumb, but she does. And so, that day, there is a council meeting discussing if Naruto should be a ninja or not. And, Lord Third, says I think he should. Plus, he graduated top of the class, which made Donzo's interest peak, so he voted for it. And so most of the council said he should, and like the people who hate Naruto said no, and all the ninja council did, and not the Hyuga did, because Hiyashi knows that Hinata lives with Naruto and doesn't like that. And so all this happens when Naruto becomes a ninja. But Sakura's mom that hates him says, "Why does a demon have to be a ninja?" And then 10 Anbu appear right in front of her face, ready to kill her. One to her throat, one to her gut, one to her heart, one to her back. She would have been dead in a millisecond. And so they disperse, and she shuts up. And so now it's the night. 2 Anbu are outside Naruto's window. They break through. Naruto and Hinata alarmed. They only yell, "Die, demon!" And then they're running at Naruto. Then Naruto awakens his Sharingan. And it was the last thing they ever saw. Then Hinata struck all the chakra points with her lightning style, disrupting their nerve network too, making it even worse. And so then Naruto took out his Indra sword, sliced the other guy in half. And then they took the person whose nerves is messed up and his chakra points to the Hokage the next day and tell the Hokage that the other one was chopped in half with Naruto's sword. And Lord Hokage says that he must be really proficient with the sword to cut a person in half, and Naruto nods. And so Naruto and Hinata disperse, and they found out that the council member that did that was from a random civilian council member. And so they disperse it, and the person that ordered them actually got executed by the Hokage for Minato. More third thoughts. And so now Naruto goes to Kurenai the next day. No, they don't. They actually go to the academy to graduate. I kind of gave you guys a spoiler there, but I don't care. I don't feel like restarting it. So what happens is Naruto and Hinata go to their seats, but Kiba intercepts and sits by Hinata, and then Hinata says, "Move, Kiba. I don't like you. I thought I told you this tons of times." And then Naruto says, "Move, Kiba," making his whiskers grow more. And then Naruto says, "You may be a dog, but I'm a fox," growling at Kiba. And then Kiba gets up and sits by Sasuke, and same thing happens with him and Sasuke for Kiba being an alpha male. And so Kiba takes Naruto's place, and Naruto is with Hinata, Shino, and Naruto. And so Kurenai says go to field 8 to do the thing. And she sees that they're all good terms on like stuff. And so she wants to see their teamwork and their natural teammates. So Hinata uses her Byakugan to perceive Shino's to see Shino's bugs too, to lead them to where they need to attack. And so they do. And so Shino does that. And so then when Kurenai tried to attack Naruto, Naruto's fast. And so Naruto helps Hinata with taijutsu and with long range jutsu. So Hinata and Naruto do collaboration jutsu, like water style, water dragon jutsu, lightning style, lightning stream, fire style, fireball jutsu, those kind of jutsus. And Hinata does like wind style wind bullet. It's a very weak one, but it helps. And so then they pass with Kurenai with a few burnt marks. And when every time she tried jutsu, for some reason Naruto always broke them out, and she didn't know why. And that was Kurama that can disrupt Naruto's chakra when he's getting put in the genjutsu, which makes him break free. And so now they pass, and she says we'll be training every morning from 5 to 12, and we'll be doing missions from 2 to 5. And they all nod, and she says disperse. And so then Naruto and Hinata disperse in a flash of lightning and wind. And Kurenai was impressed for them knowing the Shinswin, which is a technique that I made. So they can make their body, it's like body flicker, but for getting and tuning. But Naruto and Hinata added chakra nature to it, so it's a very strong. It's better than a body flicker for them. And so now they had passed the exam. And so now it's the training. Shino is working his butt off, and the next day Naruto reveals that he has an EMS to all his teammates, and they all nod and say, okay, cool. And so he also tells them how he will, mainly Kurenai, because they don't really know Madara Uchiha. But she says, so I have a student that is related to the Green Madara Uchiha. And then there's this Uchiha that's not related to either Madara or his brother, Izuna. And he's bragging about being an Uchiha elite. And she just chuckles to herself. I have an Uchiha too. Only if I could tell Asuma this. But she just says, okay, Naruto, we won't tell. Your secret is safe with us. Because Naruto wants to reveal he has a Sharingan just to make Sasuke mad. But he only wants to do it then. He only will. At the last moment. He plans to show Sasuke at the end of something, but they do. And Shino learns Kage level techniques that people use for chakra control. That really is for Jonin and stuff, but they use it for Shino, and Shino gets up to high tuning chakra control, and they up his chakra reserves to tuning level. And Hinata and Naruto has Jonin level, and Kurenai obviously has Jonin level chakra levels and chakra control. And so now, after that big day of training, Shino's really depleted from all the hard stuff he did. He was in a drop dead sweat. He felt like it was like a massacre or something on his body. But anyways, Hiruzen says, you have to catch a cat. And so Naruto says, we'll take the cat because he named like tons of missions. And so Naruto just says, "Oh man, I have I already have a ceiling on this cat." And he asks, "What's the time limit of getting this cat?" And he says, 3 hours. And Naruto just does the tiger hand seal and says, seal. Summoning jutsu seal. And so then the cat appears with, and then Hiruzen's eyes just widen, saying that's the fastest time beginning has ever done it. And Iruka's really impressed too. And so Naruto says any more missions, and Hiruzen says gives him another mission to watch babysit kid, and they do that. And so now they do that for now they're doing for their training they're practicing jutsu, and Hinata can add the wind style chakra nature to her Gale Palms, which is very good for her attacks, making her attacks nice and swift, and it increases the speed even more with the electricity and the wind of it, making it good. And she also learns 64 palms with her rotation. And so she is Neji's level, but a little better right now. But Shino learns bug substitution, bug clone. He also learns earth style, earth wall, water style, water dragon jutsu, and everybody on the team has it. And Kurna learns fire style, fireball jutsu, wind style, great breakthrough, wind style, water. Wind style, wind bullet, and all those kind of jutsus. And so Naruto is currently practicing his Sharingan. He's using Shuriken Jutsu, and he also sneaks into the Uchiha place and reads the tablets that Uchiha used, and he says, "It's just that. I knew that." And then he leaves, and so he also sees the scroll, and that says EMS or MS, and so he looks at it and sees Minato's techniques, but Minato had like basic Sharingan Mangekyou techniques, basically, but he didn't have enough chakra because no, he did actually. I'm gonna just say Minato never really liked using the Sharingan because people would raise suspicions, so he never used it. I'm gonna say that. And they will probably not allow him to be Hokage, he thought, if he knew that he was Madara's son. The person that said that he would destroy the village. That actually did, I believe, according to my calculations. But anyways, Naruto is practicing using his Sharingan, being really good with Tomoe, like the basic Sharingan knowledge. And so, Kurna tells Naruto, Kakashi Hatake was the student of the fourth. And Naruto nods and disperses and goes to Kakashi when he's reading a book. And he tells Kakashi everything and makes the Genjutsu, makes him reminisce with Minato. And he says, could you teach me the Chidori? And Kakashi says, of course, Naruto. And then Naruto says, thanks, bro. And then Kakashi says, bro, I like that. And so then Naruto learns, and so Naruto has it. And so Naruto's just practicing more Uzumaki sealings. Able to make a seal that can cover, like, that can get his sword. And the sword is very strong. And he added some more gravity seals. And he added this one gravity seal that makes it a 2 times multiplier with just that one seal. So he's at 150,000 gravity right now. And he's doing pretty well. He does have he has barely getting taijutsu with all these gravity seals, but after the month like he does now, it's like high, like low tuning level, barely tuning. And but when he takes it off, it's like high joning. He's like Rock Lee 5th gate speed without all the gravity seals. But he said that he might never take off all the gravity seals because it will be a massacre. And he chuckles that it might be like the Uchiha massacre. And so he's is ready to do more missions, and so then Lord Third calls him in urgently and says Kakashi's team needs help in a thing. And right now goes to Kakashi's team. Sasuke, when he attacks Zabuza, saying, "I am an Uchiha elite," while turning on his one-tome Sharingan. Zabuza just easily grabs his arm, breaks it, and kicks him away. And then Kiba tries to do Fang over Fang, but then Zabuza does Water Dragon Jutsu, making Kiba go away. And so now it's up to Sakura, and Sakura doesn't do anything. She just protects Tazuna. And so then Kurenai's team appear in a swirl of, you could say, lightning and wind that blows everything back. And then Kakashi says, "Thank you, my cover came." So, and then Naruto, Shino, and Hinata did the Demon Wind Shuriken thing, with Shino actually making bugs that would deplete a lot of his chakra. And then Kurenai does her A-rank Genjutsu, taking Zabuza out. And also doing some more jutsu with it, of course. Her and Kakashi are more than enough to take out Zabuza. And so, they all rest, and Kakashi sees Team 8's teamwork and their finesse with their jutsu and other stuff. And so, Kakashi wants to train his team because he saw how good they are. And so, that's what they do. So, they train tree walking, then water walking, getting it after like a few 5 days to a week. And so also Naruto's learning more about his Kamui that he learned, that he had. And so that's what they do. And so Naruto learns that he can phase through people and things easily. And so he says, this is a needful technique. And so that's what Naruto uses, if he needs to, of course. And so he is also learning from a scroll, the Flying Thunder God. But it says Uzumaki Flying Thunder God. This Flying Thunder God is very adept. You can summon kunai out of your pouch on your arm, and you can throw it. And you can also have it come out, and wherever your mind says it wants to go, you can have it go. So say you put that arm in front of a person, it can make a kunai jet out of there, and if they dodge it, you can appear right behind them and do anything to them. Like, it could be a quick slash with a sword that could just cut off their head. It could be anything. And so, Naruto goes on more, and he sees Haku, and they have their some conversation, and Naruto says, Hinata is the person close to me. And so, Haku has a sort of more bond with Naruto. And so now it's bridge building time, but this time Sakura and Kurenai have to stay back, and Kakashi fights zombies. Same thing goes as original, but Hinata and Kiba help Tazuna, and Kiba doesn't even try because he's scared of the killing Itin. And then Naruto and Sasuke are tag teaming. What's his name? Haku, and Sasuke says, "Move dope. I am a Uchiha elite," and Naruto just scoffs at his arrogance. And so then Sasuke gets trapped in ice mirrors, and Naruto exclaims, "Uchiha elite." And he says, "Shut up, dope, and just help me." And Naruto chuckles and just appears in front of there, and he says, "You idiots! We could have did a jutsu from outside." And Naruto says, "Oh, I know. I just wanted to do this the hard way." And Sasuke ignores him, and so then Haku gets ready to fight them, and Naruto then puts his Sharingan eyes like he can make it so that it's his regular eyes still outside, because it like you could literally just put it like behind your eyelids, and so that makes you not show your Sharingan gleam outside your eyes. And so he does that, and so he's phasing through Haku's attacks, but then Sasuke gets knocked out, and Naruto says, "Finally, I don't have to keep on hiding behind my eyelids. Thank you." And then Haku questions this, and then Haku sees an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. But Naruto doesn't know all the techniques, so he can only use Kamui. And the phasing part of Kamui, he doesn't even know how to make people teleport to space and time. And so, he's just phasing through Haku, and then he jumps up phasing through Haku. When Haku does, Naruto is able to grab onto one of Haku's legs with his Shinsui, and so then he slams Haku to the ground, holding Haku down. Then he places a paralysis seal on Haku, and then he also puts a knockout seal on Haku, knocking him out. And then the ice mirrors disappear. And so then Zabuza sees this and says Haku lost. And so then Naruto stops Kakashi and says everything's fine, everything's done. And so then Gato's men appear. So time skip back. Naruto was on the bridge just practicing a jutsu. Naruto was working on his new storm release jutsu, and he calls it Kirin. Yes. It is a jutsu that is very precise, that he could only use once every 3 days, and his chakra will be very depleted. And so he is able to do it. And so when Naruto sees all of Gato's men, which is 200 of them this time, he thinks, I have to use it. And so because he sees his team and he knows Sakura nor Sasuke is ready for massacre, he says Kakashi might, but he's very depleted. And so Naruto says, I have to. And so Naruto says up Kirin, and there this big black lightning dragon appears in the sky. People are like, what's that? And Naruto smiles at Kakashi when Kakashi knew that Naruto made a technique called Kirin, but he doesn't know the basics of it. And then it went down to them, killing all of them in just one blow. And then it makes a whole other thing. And Sasuke like, I demand you to teach me that technique. I am a Chia elite. And Naruto says, I don't care if you're my mother. I'm not. And Sasuke gets angry, saying, How dare you speak to an Uchiha elite in that manner? And so then Naruto scoffs and walks off. And so then everything goes the same. Sasuke gets into Tomoe and learns Chidori, while Kakashi taught Naruto Raikiri, making his whole hand able to cut through lightning, which is cool to Naruto. And so now they go back to the Leaf with a mission success. And they named it a B rank because they needed backup, and you have to change the name of the mission when you call it backup. And they all know when Lord Third said this is the B rank, this is actually an A rank mission, and they all nod because it really was. And so Kakashi trains his team some more with teamwork more and stuff. And so Naruto is learning the Uzumaki, flying Rajin more, and learning more of his abilities. He learns that he can also store stuff in another place and time, but that's all he learns. And he doesn't know how to do it well. So he needs to learn how to do it well, and he'll be golden. And so now it's the tuning exams. So Naruto, when walking down the street, Konohamaru appears by them walking with them. And so then Kankuro appears, like is there, and Konohamaru bumps into him, and Kankuro takes Konohamaru. But Naruto takes Konohamaru and tells Kankuro leave him alone. He is the third Hokage's grandson, and Kankuro backs up, and Naruto says, red hair boy, get your comrades away from here, or where I am. I know you guys are here for the tuning exams because Korn already told them and says she will apply them, and they all nod. And so then Gar says, what's your name? Naruto says, oh, Naruto Uzumaki. And Naruto, knowing it's the One-Tails Tanuki, Kurama said. So Naruto says, well, see ya. And then him and Hinata and Konohamaru disperse, and lightning and wind. And Konohamaru says, so cool, boss. And Naruto says, boss, huh? And then Naruto chuckles. And then so they just are, Hinata and Naruto go and take a nap, and back to the Hokage's place. It's people who pick their teams, and Naruto picks his team, which is Hinata. No, Kurenai picks her team for shooting exams, and Iruka doesn't say anything to any of them because he knows that Naruto is really strong, and so that's what happens. And so now, it's the tuning exams. Naruto's walking in, and then he sees that there's five Jinchuriki. And, like, how does he know? Kurama tells him, of course. There is a One-Tails. Then, no, I don't care. I'm not going to list out. There is 5 Jinchuriki here. And I have to know. The One-Tails, the Two-Tails, the Seven-Tails, the Eight-Tails, the Nine-Tails, of course. That's 3. And there's more. I forgot. I forgot the others. But there's 5 of them. And so Then he listed out to Kakashi, and Kakashi eyes widened. And so then Sasuke exclaims, "Nobody can beat an Uchiha elite." And then Naruto says Kakashi might want to train your Ginyu, or they might die in the forest of death. And Naruto knows this from reading scrolls about Konoha's second round. And Kakashi gets kind of scared that his team might actually get killed because there's five there's five Jinchuriki in the room, and so he's scared and trains them right away. And so then Naruto, for the first round, the written part, he passes with ease, with literal ease. And so now they have a day because of Konohamaru. And so Naruto just goes home and just lays down with Hinata, having a makeout session. And so then Naruto gets called to the council room. And Lord Third says, "Council, what's the meaning of this?" They say, "This is for what we heard from Sasuke Uchiha." And Lord Third says, "What is it?" He said Naruto had made a black lightning and killed over 200 people with it. And they said, "Naruto Uzumaki, is this true?" And they said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, we demand you to teach it to the Uchiha." And Naruto says, "How about no?" And they said, "This is outrageous. You shall teach the Uchiha this." All the councils yelled. And Naruto says, "Isn't it my jutsu?" And the Lord Third nodded. And they said, "Well, we demand you to teach it to him. There's no other reasons not." And Naruto says, "Actually, I do have 3 reasons." And then he also sends Swiss to Hinata and brings her too. And he said, "I just want to bring Hinata just to piss off Hiyashi." And then Hiyashi gets mad and tries to use the cage bird seal to piss off Naruto. But then Naruto goes through him in the Shinsui and then does the process seal and does a chakra depletion seal. And Lord Third says, "Roll!" in the council. And then everybody shuts up. And so then they let go. And then Haruno says, "Demon brat." And Lord Third yells, "Do not forget the rule I proclaimed. No calling Naruto nor demon or anything officiated with the Night Owls." And then she scoffs and Lord says, "Don't forget, I am the Hokage. I am the rule." And so they all shut up. And so now, Naruto, laughing a little, says, "Well, my 3 reasons are make Hinata sit in Naruto's lap on the chair, of course." He says, first reason, he's too power hungry. He's just a power hungry Uchiha. And he says, my second reason is, he's arrogant and he's a fool. And he says, my third reason is, I just learned this jutsu. I just created it. Why would I just want to teach it to anybody? And they all just got mad, and Haruno says. And so then he reasons by saying Naruto Uzumaki does not have to teach Sasuke Uchiha this, but then Sasuke comes out of nowhere with a kunai, and Naruto already knows he did. And so then he appears behind Sasuke, grabbing Sasuke's back shirts and then slamming him into the ground, and then appeared, knocking out Sasuke, and so fast. And Naruto says Anbu are really fast. And so then he tells them also, well, what I used was actually a Kikki called Black Lightning, and it was possessed by a third right Kage. And Lord Hokage said, yeah, is that true? And then calls in Kakashi, which says this is true, and so then they pronounce it. Naruto does have the Kiki Genkai, the third Raikage, and so then you're like, how is this possible? How does he have the third Raikage's storm release? And if you haven't watched the fourth Great Shinobi War, what are you doing with your life? Literally, Madara used that white fang thing that is storm release. He says storm release. That thing, and then Naruto dodged at the speed of light, which Naruto just has black lightning. He doesn't have the speed of light thing, unless you guys want me to, but probably not. It's too OP. But anyways, Naruto has it, and so then Lord Third is amazed, and so now people shut up in the council because they can't get mad at a kid who has a Kekkei Genkai that the Uchiha doesn't. And so Haruno says, well, can't you just teach him the lightning part of it? And all the council agreed. But then Naruto says, I don't think so. They're like, why? Because he says, well, I haven't tried it with just lightning style. What I would be learning more than he would. And so they all just shut up. And so Danzo spoke up and said, I believe the young Uzumaki Naruto does have a point there. He just learned this jutsu in like a week ago, and you can't get mad at a kid who learned a jutsu from a week ago. And so Lord Third says Naruto Uzumaki does not have to teach Sasuke Uchiha this jutsu, and he says this meeting is adjourned and leaves. And then Haruno says, no, the demon has to teach the Uchiha prodigy, yells Sakura's mom. And then Naruto gets tired of this, so Naruto quickly has his ninja sword right to Sakura's mom's throat. And he says, speak another word, and you won't be able to speak another word in your lifetime. And don't you want to go home to see your daughter Sakura? And Sakura's mom eyes widened. How does, and then she gets scared, backing up from Naruto. And he says, yeah, you better back up, Haruno. And so then Naruto leaves and Asura leaves. And so now it's the Force to Death. Naruto walks in with his team. And so then this random team from the Hidden Sound attack him. He knocks them out. And so then he's seeing Sasuke's team get attacked and just poor Sakura. And so Naruto saves him. And his team does. And they also get scrolls. And Sakura's team do. And Neji is there. And so then Sasuke awakens when Naruto already had the situation done. And he sees Sasuke, and then Sasuke sees Naruto. And Sasuke says, I have to try my new power. And so then Sasuke says, Naruto, fight me. And Naruto says, I don't want to. And then Sasuke attacks Naruto full speed, trying to do something. Then Naruto dodges and just puts Sasuke in a double Nelson, like a Nelson. And then says, Neji, can you take off his chakra points for me? And Neji complies, like happily being able to knock out the Uchiha, saying, thank you, Naruto. And he says, I won't attack you just for that satisfaction that you gave me for just knocking out that Uchiha, that arrogant Uchiha. And Naruto says, yeah, I know, right, Neji? I tried to tell the council that the other day, but Haruno's mother was being annoying. And Neji said, smiling. And Naruto also said he also tried to use that stupid caged bird stealing Hinata. And Neji says, yeah, I feel bad for what happened to you, Hinata, he said. And he said, well, you have done nothing anymore because you're not part of that stupid main branch. And so then she says, thank you, Brother Neji, bowing. And he said, no, I shall bow to you. And so he does, and then they all leave, and Naruto says, I can take you guys there. And so they all do a shin swing, Naruto and Hinata, they do 2 shin swings, and then they get there in no time. And so then they all pass and with a week to spare, and Naruto saw Kabuto Yakushi in the forest trying to talk to the Uchiha pair, but Naruto shinswinged away. So Naruto actually did a summoning jutsu, making the fox follow Kabuto, and which is a spy fox. And so the fox found out a lot of things, and will tell Naruto after the after the preliminaries. And so now it is the preliminaries. Round 1, Sasuke Uchiha versus Father Ninja. Round 2, Father Ninja. Jin freaking Hinata versus Karui from the Hidden Lightning, which she won that with Karui, with her telling her all about what happened with the Hyuga and what happened with the lightning and stuff. And so Kari looked at Naruto in amazement that he took out their best ninja. And so Naruto thought, I was just lucky that I weakened my Sharingan, or I would have been a dead man that he wanted my Sharingan for the land of the lightning. And so Naruto versus Rock Lee, that will be next video. Naruto versus Rock Lee, that's a good one. Now don't even lie, that's not a good one. So all the matches play out the same, and Hinata beats Karui like on a landslide though, and all the Biju have moved on, which is troublesome, you could say. But Killer Bee is the leader of their team, of course. Why wouldn't he be? And so that's what happens. And so now Naruto's getting ready for his match, and his match is the last match. And then the process says Naruto Uzumaki versus Rock Lee. And Rock Lee says a genius versus a taijutsu specialist. And Naruto says, actually, I'm not a genius. I'm just a kid that became very strong from sheer hard work. And so Rock Lee says, I see the youth in you. Become my eternal rival, Naruto Uzumaki. And Guy sees this and high fives Lee before the match starts and says, Rock Lee will be your eternal rival, Naruto Uzumaki. You guys shall be eternal rivals until the death. And so Naruto smiles, and Rock Lee smiles too, saying, you want to go, eternal rival? And then they clash. Naruto and Rock Lee get into a tense taijutsu fight, equalizing each other's blows. And so then Rock Lee tries to do the Hidden Lotus, but when he does, Naruto phases through. And then Naruto grabs Rock Lee, punches him in the gut, and then he does a backflip. Then people are like, what just happened? The Rock Lee was like, what happened? And so then he ignores it, and then Naruto is right on his face, punches him in his stomach, then kicks him away. Then Rock Lee looks at my guy, says, "Can I take off my?" And then guy gives him a thumbs up, and he can take off his weights. And so then Rock Lee is going full powered, and Naruto says, look, I might have to take off my gravity seals though." And then he sees, and so then he's about to take off his gravity seals. But then that's the end of the video. And yes, I left you on that cliffhanger. Future Nexus, the video had ended, but please like and subscribe and go to my Instagram, next_Sunny. And I hope that you liked the movie, you could say. It kind of is a movie, and there'll be way more parts of this movie, actually, because this movie only went to the preliminaries. But hey, I hope you liked it. And so, please like and subscribe and like the video. There'll probably be like 3, 4, maybe 5, I'm not sure, parts of this. But I hope you like it. It's like a little 560 special. Okay, bye.